Hello, folks. Well, we're talking 1 John chapter 2, verses 7 through 11 today. And as you know from your reading, this section is all about love for our brothers and sisters in Christ. Mutual love was an old commandment, John tells us. Well, they had it from the beginning, and likely this refers to the initial proclamation of that Christian teaching in John chapter 13 and verse 34, where Jesus says, "Love for one another is a badge of discipleship." But of course, that commandment is a lot older than that, isn't it? Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 18, we should love our neighbor as we love ourselves. But in Jesus, this command took on a new depth and a new meaning, didn't it? Here was someone who was willing to lay down his life because of his loving concern for others. What John tells us in this passage is this: whether or not we love one another is another test of whether or not we know God and are in the light, verse 9. So it is not just the absence of sin which characterizes the true Christian, that's chapter 2, verses 1 through 6, but it is also the presence of love. The spiritual life is characterized by positive acts of love and concern for others. Now, what I found interesting in this particular text is that John allows no middle ground between love and hate. He tells us that the absence of love is necessarily a matter of hatred. Now, that's interesting and shocking and sobering, because had I written that text, I would have said, okay, there are those I love, and then there are those I love less, and then there are those that I may hate, although I might never say I hate anyone. But John seems to say, nope, if you don't love all people, then you hate them. If you don't love your brothers and sisters, every one of them, then you hate them. That's a sobering thought. So how do we apply that particular thought? Well, do I love my Christian brothers and sisters? That is, do I care about their welfare, and do I show it in positive acts? And more importantly, do I have the same love and concern for each one of my brothers and sisters in Christ, even those I may not like too well? No middle ground between love and hatred. That's a challenging thought. Okay, preview for our next paragraph of readings. We're going to talk about John's reasons for writings, and we're going to talk about a Christian's relationship to the world in the next few passages. I'll see you in a few days. God bless.